What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Links, Lights, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Ended up with a lock if you follow me on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. It's not going so well here as Chase Silseth mows down the Angels, but that was part of the wild stuff about yesterday. I recorded the video. I had a half unit play on Los Angeles Angels plus 1.5. And all of a sudden, I'm going to the other side of that. I hate when that kind of crap happens, but here's the thing. It's the trade deadline. I said that there are kind of no rules. There are kind of some weird spots that are going to pop up. If you follow me on Twitter, yay, you're able to get apprised of that information. And maybe I won't say yay at the end here, because if it loses, then I'm going to feel like an absolute jerk face. But I'm here to try to get you the best information possible. And that, knowing that the trade deadline is on Tuesday here, August 1st, that is going to be, when you hear this, for Tuesday's show. Wild stuff could go down that I have no way of being able to talk about here, which is why I point you over to X, to Twitter, to go jump over there to be able to check out what I've got going in Lindy's Locks Update. Yes, a video that I put out every single afternoon / closer to the evening time with all of the games. We should know all of the trade news here well in time before this slate starts, with 15 games here starting at 6:40 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be able to react to news. I'll be able to react to any closers that might move. Seattle traded their closer away today with Paul Sewald, so to Arizona. Wild stuff in the streets here. Nothing crazy. Heimer Candelario's a Cub. Marcana's a Brewer. You got some weird kind of news there, but the biggie, CJ Cron, Randall Grichuk, traded to the Angels, and I had no way of knowing last night. So that's what I wanted to get at. It's the trade deadline, but I'm burying the lead. I do have a lock for you. I do have a lock on this beautiful Tuesday, so there you go. Check that out, just like you should check out BetMGM. You do that in the video description box below. Only if you're 21 and over, and if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But I will talk about all the ins and outs of that in a little bit. But as I said, 15 games, every team in baseball going at it, going to be wild. Producer Jacob's ready to rock, as am I. Let's get to the picks. Our day begins with the Phillies and the Marlins. Neither of these teams really done much here so far, so it's staying quiet. A little too quiet, if you know what I mean, because Miami, they're having a decent season themselves. Phillies, they're starting to play better baseball. I'm not sure what to make of it, but it's been eerily quiet on both fronts. Maybe they just are going to roll with who they've got. Again, the Phillies have the ammunition. They've got a 1-2 punch come playoff time. Wouldn't surprise me to see them stay pat, I suppose. But Miami, you're getting the career year of Luis Araz, former Twin. Love you, but I don't know. Jorge Soler, he's really, really good. De La Cruz, really, really good. And Sandy Alcantara starting to pitch better, friends. Ranger Suarez on the other side of this one. We'll start on the... which side do I want to start on? I'll start on the Alcantara side, mainly because, well, this is just kind of an interesting game where I do have a play, and it's because Sandy Alcantara is starting to look a little bit better. We got by far his best outing in Tampa Bay, of all places, against the team with the highest WRC plus against right-handed pitching on the season. Actually, second now. But Sandy Alcantara, complete game. 1 earned run, 10 ground balls, 5 fly balls, 7 Ks now in his last 2 outings. Beautiful stuff we're seeing from him. He's not revelatory here in the last month or so still, but I'm really optimistic. 3 straight road starts. He survived in Baltimore. Got beat up a little bit in St. Louis there in a loss, 4 earned runs, 8 hits there, but that Tampa Bay outing really has me optimistic going forward. Going back into his home ballpark here, there's some lefty power. We're going to find out really, really quickly, because if we can get that strikeout stuff there, I think this under is kind of ridiculous. Sitting at 8? 8? It's a big number here for 2 baseball teams in this ballpark. And Ranger Suarez, we need him to just be serviceable to some extent, just to be able to, neutralize some of the guys. Obviously, Jorge Soler against any lefty, that's nifty. You get Jesus Sanchez back in the mix. Avisad Garcia comes off of the IL, somebody that used to be near and dear to my heart. Does have a 264 expected batting average against, so even left on left, Luis Araz, not the worst bet on planet Earth there in the hit department, but 37.3% hard hit percentage, low average degree launch angle. Will say Jorge Soler, still going to have crazy short odds there. But overall, I like the under. Under of 8. It's clear cut to me. You don't see many 8s here with Sandy Alcantara on the mound in Miami. The Washington Nationals hosting the Milwaukee Brewers, and Mark Canha getting added to the Brewers. Heimer Candelario being shipped away from the Nationals, who's been one of their better hitters. Also a switch hitter. Interesting that the Cubs are the ones that go out and acquire him. They did say Cody Bellinger wasn't available, so maybe they think they can make a crazy run. There's a lot of baseball left. It's true. By the time it's over, we'll have the NFL back. Oh, think about that, friends. Dun 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 dun. Hall of Fame game Thursday. Anybody excited? I am. I'm going to have bets from that. But we are looking at the Brewers here with Freddie Peralta, fastball Freddie against Josiah Gray. Overall from Peralta, not his ideal year, but a 28.3% K rate is well above average. And yes, this is generally a Nationals team that doesn't strike out a whole heck of a lot, but they're going to have to start forcing Stone Garrett or, some other guys, Lane Thomas. These guys are going to have to play against some righties going forward, and that's not ideal. 31.9% and 25.7% K rates, respectively. Again, they've been shopping Lane Thomas. I don't understand what the Nationals are doing. They've set themselves back a lot of years, and I know they won a World Series, so it's all worth it. You didn't pay Anthony Rendon. That's kind of a win, but you did pay Patrick Corbin. Oops. Anyway, on the other side of this one, Josiah Gray, 327 xWOBA, 19.9% K rate. Not really looking to target them with this line. Minus 150 looks pretty efficient to me. But I want to give a special shout out to Christian Yelich with a 53.5% hard hit percentage, 495 expected slugging. He's healthy for the first time in a long time, starting to play more like the version of the MVP Christian Yelich we knew and loved. Last season, not good. He would admit to it. So why don't we look at backing him for a homer here in this spot? Yeah, friends, I think it's a pretty clear-cut spot that there could be some value here with Yelich going yard against Gray. They're, one of their better pitchers. Probably, is Josiah Gray probably their best pitcher? Probably is. That's absurd. Christian Yelich, though, like the odds that we've been getting on him of late, haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I want better than plus 340. I think we get it here. Probably goes on the card. Tampa Bay going to the Bronx yet again here, taking on the Yankees, and we're just sitting, waiting, wishing, hoping you believed in superstitions, then maybe you'd see the signs. That's what Jack Johnson would say about this, because I don't know what we're going to get out of the Rays or the Yankees here at the trade deadline. I know we got Aaron Savale. I mean, is he the star pitching? Blake Snell's the guy everybody wants. We'll see if San Diego makes him available here. They probably aren't going to be playing baseball here on Monday. We'll find out if they end up playing baseball on Monday. I end up having to stay away from that one because of weather concerns. And Tuesday, you might be looking at a doubleheader out of the middle of nowhere, even with the deadline. We'll see. Maybe they move that to Wednesday. I think San Diego will still be around then. But the Rays, they get Aaron Savale. That does not apply to this game in any way, shape, or form. But you have Zach Eflin, who I guess is kind of the blueprint of what you could look forward to from an Aaron Savale who's having a career year. And then they just elevate pitchers. They have since the beginning of time. There's 3 guarantees in life: life, death, and the Rays are going to find some way to make spin increase and velocity increase and make pitchers better. I think that's how the saying goes. But Zach Eflin, 276 xWOBA, 25.2% K rate. You're looking at a sinker combination with the curve, cutter, looks good. Even though we have seen a couple of chinks in the armor here of late. We're looking at 5 earned that he gave up against Miami, 5 earned against Kansas City, smack dab between it, just shut down Baltimore to just 2 hits and no earned. That was a wild outing. Also be paying close attention because they've been really, really careful with this knee that's been going on with Zach Eflin. But overall, I still think that if you had to do anything, you kind of want to be backing his side of it, even against Carlos Rodon. Yes, name recognition, one of my favorite pitchers of days of yore, but the Southpaw, he's been bad so far. A 46.8% hard hit percentage, 475 expected slugging, and just a 16.5% K rate. That's the most concerning thing out of all of it. An ERA nearing 6 through 4 starts. This is not Carlos Rodon. Maybe he starts ramping it up. Maybe we start seeing better stuff, but Luis Severino hit eject. Carlos Rodon's been hitting a jet through 4 outings. Tampa Bay money line a lean, mainly because I don't like this number. It shouldn't be even money for us to be firing this one up. But there's really nothing else here. If I try to do anything, though, it will be on the Rays side. Maybe some Rays homers against Rodon. We shall wait and see. Also, gotta really pay attention because you might see a bat or two drop out of this one. Want to be factoring that in. We have a money line play on this one. And again, we're trying to win at a 55, 56, 57% win rate when we're talking about things that are, even money, minus 110s. That's your break even. Again, we want to win more than that, but like some of these numbers have been very soft on underdogs lately, and we've had an abnormal amount of them on the cards of late, and this is no different. Detroit taking on Pittsburgh, two teams that we're not expecting a whole lot from. Maybe they unload some pieces at the deadline. Again, Detroit, I would be calling about Tariq Skubal. I'd be calling probably not about Matt Manning, who's going to be starting this one. I'd be calling definitely about Erod, but Johan Oviedo on the other side of this one. Both of these pitchers, I don't think there's a ton of interest in the marketplace. So I think this one plays clean, pretty straightforward to what we're going to get. In Pittsburgh, they have G-Man Choi back healthy, 589 expected slugging. He's going to be there facing Matt Manning in this platoon situation. So Carlos Santana, yeah, it sucks to not have him there, but you have Jack Sawinski, Brian Reynolds. You got a number of pieces there that can still do some damage, and yet I'm a little surprised that this line is as high as it is. Plus money on the Detroit side. Interesting. Matt Manning, 463 expected slugging, just a 17.6% K rate. And Oviedo on the other side, 40.6%, 20.5% K rate. They're nearly the Spider-Man meme in terms of their numbers there. But the difference, Matt Manning can limit some walks. Johan Oviedo cannot. But also Johan Oviedo can induce more ground balls, 46.9% ground ball rate, compared to Matt Manning, 35% ground ball rate. So what is the tiebreaker for me here? One team is minus 120 and one is plus 105. And if I'm going to flip coins and I'm going to get plus money, I will flip coins with you forever. That's what I'm saying. 50% is the win weight we are looking at when we're talking about something plus 105 that I project as a straight up coin flip. That's called value. That's a like play. That's a half unit. That's done. Easy. Easy game. That's really all I got. Next game. I said I had a lock for you. I just set it up with the last analysis where I said, if we're going to flip coins and I'm going to get plus money, we're obviously looking at a really good spot. But friends, we also have to think about what are the range of outcomes. And Kyle Bradish, he's not my favorite pitcher to be backing here on the Baltimore side. And yet, I have no idea what we're going to get from the season debut of Hyun-Jin Ryu. Yes, Hyun-Jin Ryu, you might know, more known from his days with the Dodgers. He had a season that did not go so well last time around with these Toronto Blue Jays. In fact, you go back to last season, 4.45 expected ERA, the highest he had in a season since 2017 when he was starting to ramp it up. And yeah, the guy had Cy caliber stuff in 2018, 2019, 2020, and it fell off a cliff with Toronto last year. 4.45 expected ERA, just a 20.4% K rate. And yeah, 2022, 5.21 expected ERA in 2022, 14.2% K rate. What are we even doing here? These are some atrocious numbers the last 2 years with the Bluebirds. So I'm not positive why this is the number that we're getting. I looked and tried to find some information. Again, he's just been throwing bullpen sessions. He hasn't gone down to AAA to go try to figure out anything. He had a rehab start in AAA Buffalo, actually at the beginning of the month. It didn't go so well, but it's just one of those things where I thought maybe he'd pitch more recently here. Hasn't been the case. I have no clue what to expect, but all I know is he's been bad for 2 years. Legitimately, outwardly bad. And yeah, we like getting to this Baltimore team at plus money. We've been doing it all season long. Why would I stop now? They continue to improve. They continue. If anything, they're going to add pieces tomorrow and remove prospects from the equation. Doubt there's anything like you could maybe sell high on an Austin Hayes, but that'd be insane to me. He's having a legitimately good season, batting 284, looking good all the way around. Santander, O'Hearn, they've been very serviceable. Again, O'Hearn hitting 310 in the strong side of the platoon against righties. Good stuff. Left on left, not as pretty, although I do expect him to still be in this lineup. You'll have Mountcastle probably batting higher. But either way, Hyun-Jin Ryu, large range of outcomes. And I have Baltimore with a higher win percentage and a better number than we just talked about on the previous game with the Detroit side. So what am I missing here? It's a lock play. Baltimore money line. Bet it now before other people like me start betting this thing closer to even money where it should be. Again, Ryu, last 2 seasons, not impressive in any way, shape, or form. The velocity has never been there. He's never been a velocity pitcher. What are we doing here? Lock it in. My favorite play, bar none, on Tuesday, Baltimore at plus money. And we come off of that anticlimactic thing to the game that's probably going to give me headaches and give me fits, and I might have nightmares about in my sleep tonight if it doesn't go a little bit better. I just saw Chad Wallach went yard. It's 3-1 Angels, and yes, I did this video. Angels, they didn't trade for CJ Cron. Randall Grichuk and Taylor Ward wasn't put on the, well, he's basically going to be out until the playoffs. If the Angels make it, they have inside of a 20% win percentage at every place that I've looked at, every book. So not looking all that likely, even though Shohei Ohtani re-signing, throw it in the kitchen sink to try to win this year. Went and got Lucas Giolito. Probably a look at adding a piece or two tomorrow that we don't know about yet tomorrow. Will they be able to join the team immediately and hit a home run like Randall Grichuk? No. But it's still just a fun talking point. Either way, Patrick Sandoval taking on Spencer Strider. That means, oh boy, it's a wonky line, and it should be, because Spencer Strider is he's just nasty. 39.6% K rate. He does have a 10% barrel percentage and an 18.1 degree average launch angle, so can get barreled up from time to time, and it's not that enjoyable. In this Angels lineup, with Ohtani, with Grichuk, with Hunter Renfroe, with Chad Wallach at the catcher position, even though just 400 expected slugging, nothing crazy. Mike Moustakas, 42.9% hard hit percentage. Luis Renifo goes yard rate out of the gate. CJ Cron, 511 expected slugging. They've got some power. They can bring it to the table, and if they barrel it up in Atlanta, in the humidity, ball can fly, things can happen. But again, he is so much better than Patrick Sandoval. It's not even funny. And Sandoval, 34.8% hard hit percentage, 385 expected slugging. Not exactly the worst pitcher that we've talked about on this program, but just an 18.8% K rate. And I repeat, Atlanta, they like to hit baseballs hard, except for when apparently I bet them. Ken, I don't know what to do with this situation. And because of the weirdness of Monday, talking Angels, and then automatically having to jump on the Atlanta side when you get just Silseth starting there for the Angels, I feel really weird and gross about it, to a point where I'm just going to lean on this game. And again, I feel sick. Atlanta -1.5, just going to be a lean. Please start playing better at the end of this game on Monday. It has been some Bugs Bunny type weather here in certain spots. St. Louis is one of them, Kansas City another. Just saying, it's been 90 plus degrees, humidity everywhere, ridiculousness. And well, my Minnesota Twins come to town and they strike out a lot. They also get pummeled from time to time, but we don't know who's going to be starting here. Jordan Montgomery, he's been shipped out. You got him going to, Texas? Again, if I say a wrong spot, I really don't care, but I'm pretty positive he got shipped out to Texas. And then we got my guy, Pablo Lopez, who's been awesome all season. Petey Pablo, 282 xWOBA, 30.2% K rate, 15 degree average launch angle. Isn't ideal, but you got some power in the St. Louis lineup. Does anybody get moved? Do they try to compensate anything? I don't know. St. Louis feels like they're sellers. They should be sellers, but we don't have a line here, so I'm just going to throw out something that just continually works because, I don't know, he's just done it like every game, even left on left. He was the only guy who went yard against Ryan Yarbrough the other day in Kansas City, which was a frustrating game for all types of reasons. But 46.3% hard hit percentage, 18.1 degree average launch angle, and absolutely cleaned up at AAA. It's, of course, my dude, Matt Wallner. If you give me plus 500 or better, I'm just taking it every single time. I bet him at plus 800, he hit. Plus 750, he hit. Plus 600, he hit. How about plus 5? Again, can I get some of the old numbers? That'd be great, because Matt Wallner, the power is starting to show up. Think you want it on board, my friends. Just be paying attention to it, but no idea who's even starting it from the St. Louis side, so it's obviously a lean. I just wanted to throw out somebody that I like a lot, because obviously, Lopez, really good spot. There's a lot of power, scary power on the St. Louis side, but I don't want to take a side in this one. Don't really want to take a side in this one either. We did get news that Max Scherzer's going to make his debut for the Texas Rangers on Thursday, which does jack shit for us on Tuesday. That's kind of how it worked, because Tuesday he won't pitch, so cool. Anyway, I expect it to be Andrew Heaney on the mound here, so this TBD, I think I have a pretty good idea of. The White Sox one, no idea. Lance Lynn is starting for the Dodgers on Tuesday, so he's gone. Lucas Giolito's been shipped off. Dylan Cease, he'd probably be shipping off to Boston. Whoa. Shipping off. No, find my dun, 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 dun. That's all I have for you. Texas money line, just a lean. I have no idea what's going to go on here. No clue. This could end up being a million things. I'm not going to waste your time. Unless you want me to tell a joke. You want to hear a joke? No? Okay, cool. Next game. The Cubbies who are making moves, they don't dance now. They make money moves. Getting Heimer Candelario. Interesting. It's an interesting one. They're going to be buyers here at the deadline? Or they're going to go try to get a starter? Who are they going to even pull? Who's even available? If the Cubs get Blake Snell, I quit. Actually, I won't quit. I'll just be upset. I am going on vacation Wednesday, so you've got me through the trade deadline here, and then then I'm chilling. We go play some golf. It's going to be lovely. You know, it's also lovely. Cincinnati at plus money, right? Except for here, because I'm absolutely not going to be doing that. It's Mr. Lively. Yes, Ben Lively. Wish it was Blake Lively. She's more attractive. Going up against Justin Steele, the southpaw. You know by now, if you've watched this program, Justin Steele, the man of steel. I like him a lot. For sure. Sub 3 ERA, 1.12 whip, ground ball rate for days and days and days. It makes me so happy. And Ben Lively, I don't really know what to do with him ever. 6% walk rate, yay. 35.7% hard hit percentage, double yay. But a 450 expected slugging, 260 expected batting average, four-seamer, sinker, cutter, slider, change, curve. Anytime you have 6-7 pitches listed and you're not very good, well, you're looking for something. Justin Steele on the other side, 34% hard hit percentage, 22.3% K rate isn't ideal, but it's about league average, 353 expected slugging, 6% barrel percentage across the board. Frickin' good. He's also a southpaw. Gotta get by Ellie De La Cruz, Matt McClain. But other than that, other than like hitting these 460 jacks from time to time, Cincinnati's lineup has been out-kicking its coverage for about the last week. I don't know. That whole Dodger series was the weirdest thing ever. Max Muncy, hero for just to win one game over the course of that 3-game set. So shout out Cincinnati. They've been playing fun baseball. They're an enjoyable baseball team to watch, but I like winning money. So Justin Steele, minus 150. More than happy at that kind of a number to be firing it up. Make it a parlay piece, if you will. I know you're all going to parlay it anyway. There's no saving you. Chicago money line. Let's go. That's my, it's the trade deadline face. I'm so excited. Oh, the Twins got Blake Snell. Oh my God. That's never going to happen. But BetMGM, that's great stuff. 2 free months of the OS Premium Discord. What is that, you might ask? It's where you're going to find my betting card every single Sunday through Friday. That is my promise to you. You are loved. This I promise you. Check it out. You'll get that Sunday through Friday. You're going to have Ben Raza, Eitan Shander, Mike from MMA, Isaiah from NASCAR. So many great analysts, so little time to jump in. So why don't you just do it for free by signing up and trying out a great book like BetMGM? But that's not all, friends. You're also going to get up to $1,000. Yes, $1,000 that you could get back in bonus bets, depending on how much you want to play on your first bet. So here's how it works. Let's say you deposit $20 at BetMGM. You play $20 on your first bet. It wins. Congratulations, you keep the money. If it loses, sad face. But not really, because you get it back in bonus bets. That is great stuff. Shout out BetMGM for a great offer. Again, you could do that for $100, $200, up to $1,000, but please bet responsibly. Only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Thank you to BetMGM. Alrighty, y'all, back to the picks. Houston's been eerily quiet, wouldn't you say? Is Justin Verlander coming back? You think there's a chance? Got Max Scherzer going to Texas. Could have Verlander coming back to Houston. You could also have Verlander going to Texas. Look at what that starting rotation could be. You could have frickin' Scherzer, Jordan Montgomery, Justin Verlander, and of course, Mr. Eovaldi, who's been pitching phenomenally well as well. So, interesting complexion of what could happen down in Texas, where there's lots to be panned out, friends. Yeah. Hook 'em horns, or whatever the hell they say. Cleveland Guardians, though, in this spot, going up against the Houston Astros. And, well, I like the pitcher on the Cleveland side. We're not going to go out of our way to pick on Gavin Williams. Hasn't been so good for him so far. 268 expected batting average, just a 19.7% K rate and a 10.8% walk rate. But the fastball, 60% usage, starting to locate it a little bit better. 34.3% hard hit percentage. You got to get by Kyle Tucker. You got to get by Yordan Alvarez. You got to get by Yanner Diaz, who's got crazy reverse splits. So there's some difficult bats to get through in this Houston lineup. Of course, you have Bregman, Altuve. They can always show up randomly from time to time, even though Altuve not having the greatest year ever. Just throwing it out there. But Framber Valdez on the other side, we're not going to go betting on Gavin Williams. We've got Framber with a 46.5% hard hit percentage. Did he disappoint us all mightily on this program the other time around when I looked at, way too many Ks for him? Yes. But he's still got that ground ball rate that just makes you go, mwah. 54.8%. It's actually way down from last season. But still, you add that with the K stuff, with the efficiency, with no walk, 6.2% walk rate. I like an under, friends. I'm going to be leaning, though. 15 games. We got to be a little bit more select. This was near on the card. My sheet actually says because I'm supposed to like this. It goes to like a yellow tab, and then I have green for lock, and then I have red for no play. Isn't that crazy how that works? Why would that be? Oh. I'll figure out what those all mean in a little bit. Under 8.5, though. Going to be a lean, but it could be an come first pitch. Hopefully that number moves in our favor. METS, Mets. Can't spell trade without trade men's. Can't spell trade men's without Mets. There you go. See, we found it. They're trading a lot of men's right now. Mark Hanna, he's a men's. He got traded. You got Justin Verlander potentially gone. Max Scherzer is gone. We'll see who else joins. I've got one guy who I know will not be departing in any way, shape, or form. As for Kansas City on the other side, who do you even want from Kansas City that would be available? I guess Brady Singer has some redeeming qualities. Jordan Lyles for an inning? No. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Nobody's going to go get Zach Greinke, I can tell you that much. He's going to be pitching here for Kansas City against Jose Quintana on the other side of this one. And Quintana, we'll start with him. 34.3% hard hit percentage, 314 xWOBA, 295 expected batting average is very, very big. But if you can limit the power, you get a Kansas City matchup that is routinely bore lots of good results, especially, against lefties. They like to strike out 24.1% WRC plus. But Kansas City, in terms of bats, Sal Perez, does he just stay there? It's kind of wild to me. Does anybody try to go get somebody? Again, Bobby Witt's not available. No way no way. There's also no way Francisco Lindor is going anywhere. So feel pretty confident in saying that against Zach Greinke and his 350 xWOBA, 290 expected batting average, and 493 expected slugging, I'll be looking at batting props against, especially with a guy with a lefty pop like a Francisco Lindor. Kauffman Stadium, not the best of temperatures. Just throwing it out there. They've been hot. They've been humid down in Kansas City. I don't expect it to be a whole lot different. So if you want to know if I end up firing this one up, hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. I'll also be doing Lindy's Locks update there. I also am approaching 10,000 followers, so I want to do a giveaway. Ooh, look at me. I'm fancy. I got people who want to listen to what I say. Yeah. No? That's not nice. Why would you say that about me? It's okay. I understand. I'm a big boy. I can take it. No, it's fair criticism. I understand. That was a conversation that I was having with you. Breaking. That's all I have. This has gotten awkward. I'm going to keep drawing it out, though, as though I'm still talking about this game, and people will be stuck on this for the next minute or two. You guys want to hear that joke yet? Rockies. I don't know. Why did I do that? Going up against San Diego here. This could end up being a doubleheader. I don't know. That game does not have a start time here. There are a lot of thunderstorms, lots of rain in the area right now. And yeah, we'll see. I have some DFS exposure. I have 0 exposure in DFS to this game. So yeah, got a little scared. I'm a little scaredy cat, a little kitten over here. But anyway, we, as of right now, expect it to be this Lambert character. We have no idea who's going to pitch for San Diego. I expect it'll be Ryan Weathers if they play a game on Monday night. If they don't, I have no clue what to expect, and neither will you. So you're going to have to hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. See how that works? If you want my opinion, you got to go there. You got to ask me on X. Yeah, X going to give it to you. Excited. I really have no analysis other than Coors Field. We got to expect a massive total because, again, this Lambert character is not exactly good at the pitching of baseballs. In fact, he's very bad at the pitching of baseballs. So what do we do? He's got 44.8% RD percentage, 465 expected slugging. San Diego money line against that. Does anybody get traded? I have no idea. We'll find out a lot tomorrow. So until then, San Diego money line. I just want to get out of here. It's brutal. 3 games to go. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as we have another spot with no lines. Again, it's the trade deadline, people. Doesn't matter. I could be doing the show tomorrow morning, and there's a lot of teams like this one that they're not going to want to post lines, stale lines for, especially when you don't know who's going to start from the Boston side. We have no clue. Actually, I have a pretty good idea of who it's going to be. I think it's going to be Brian Bayo. Should be Brian Bayo. Pitched on the 26th. He would line up on the 1st. It's 5 days of rest. And should be Brian Bayo. It's kind of weird they don't have a line here, to be honest. But yes, Seattle trades away their closer here. Pretty wild trade for me because I do like this dominant character from Arizona. I'm going to always take the bat over a guy who pitches 1 inning a day. Or every other day. However many days. Just May. What do you say? So Seattle on this side of it, though, you've got another character that's pretty darn good at the pitching of baseballs. And I keep wanting to say Bryce Miller. It is Bryce Miller. There you go. 42.6% hard hit percentage. My computer is being slow. 23.9% K rate. And overall, 4-seamer for days. 66% usage on that pitch. But you got a scary lineup. Even in the best pitcher's park for pitchers in baseball here, going to Seattle, you still got to deal with all these lefties from the Boston side. Tristan Cassis, Rafael Devers, Duran, Alex Verdugo, Yoshida. I talk about it every freaking day with this baseball team. As for Bayo on the other side, old friends. We would definitely be on the Boston money line, though, knowing if we knew 100% that Brian Bayo was going to be taking the mound here, which, again, I'm kind of surprised they haven't said as much. Coming off of some interesting outings. Yeah, I gave up 6 against Oakland, but that's an outlier. Gave up 3 against Atlanta. We're going to forgive him for such things. But he's overall been really good. We're talking about one of the best ground ball rates in baseball at 56.4%. Again, that's upper echelon in that department. 20.3% K rate isn't all that intriguing, but great pitcher's park. Little bit of opportunity here to get some value, perhaps on the road team. Boston money line going to be a lean until more information becomes available. Now, how about this? Books did post a line for the Arizona Diamondbacks with 2 pitchers, Zach Gallen and Alex Cobb, who got his start moved back a day. Pretty interesting stuff, wouldn't you say? Because both of these teams, they're neck and neck in the NL West, sitting right there on the rung, trying to look for that NL wildcard spot, perhaps against the, behind the Dodgers. You got to assume that they're the runaway team in terms of making the playoffs there. And then what do the Giants do? What do they start to do here? Because A.J. Pollock being a pickup today, that doesn't do a whole lot for me. A.J. Pollock has been dust all season long. He'll be a platoon guy like an Austin Slater. He's just providing some kind of outfield depth. Maybe Luis Matos just needs more maturation and they're just going to chill there, but that doesn't move the needle. Arizona, they went and got Paul Sewald. We're talking the closer from Seattle. They are in. Oh, they are here. They're in it to win it. And Arizona's already had a decent back half of the bullpen. Or sorry, not decent back half. Their main core pieces of the bullpen been good all season long. That's how you win baseball games. And, hold down the fort after guys like Ryan Nelson take the mound after Brandon Pfaadt gets lit up, stuff like that. But overall here, Zach Gallen, this has been the dude for Arizona all season long in San Francisco. Great opportunity for him here to rack up some Ks. 26.2% K rate, 305 xWOBA. Does have that hard hit, but should be neutralized. You got to avoid Jock Peterson. Even Blake Sabel there. 42.1% hard hit percentage. Lefty power for sure. But yeah, Alex Cobb's not exactly somebody I want to go out of my way to pick on. Talked about him yesterday, but 44.1% hard hit percentage, 269 expected batting average, sinker ball primarily, really good barrel percentage at 6.5%. For him, you gotta avoid the Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll combination there. Those lefties. Think he'll be okay though. I don't know. It's just a wild line to me. Minus 120 to get Zach Gallen. That's my guy. I have to do it. I gotta dig in. I think this is a low scoring one. Again, 7 though. I haven't taken an under of 7 since 1994. Haha. Jokes. You heard my joke. It wasn't good. Next game. Final game. Let's get weird, shall we? We got Lance Lynn making his debut for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and similar to what you can look at the Tampa Bay Rays doing to pitchers, the Dodgers, they've had a propensity to do the same damn thing with starters from time to time, except for their young arms that can throw 98 but can't apparently get strikeouts at the big league level, and then Michael Grove's running into problems. Yeah, then you got guys like Dustin May who get hurt. It's not fun. Not fun. I miss Walker Buehler too. I just wanted to throw that out there. But Lance Lynn on the mound, 26.9% K rate, 338 xWOBA, 457 expected slugging. The main thing is we saw Andrew Heaney get a huge spike in strike rate when he was with the Dodgers, has gone away as such. Now, it's not like Andrew Heaney unlearned anything. So I think it's just another year on tap there. But Lance Lynn, I wouldn't be shocked to see him see a strikeout bump, getting himself north to 30%, becoming an elite type strikeout guy if the breaks work out that way. And if they can revamp him and retool him, because obviously everything else has been bad. A 40.7% hard hit percentage, 15-degree average launch angle. But this is a matchup against the frickin' Oakland Athletics. And yeah, Oakland, they could be moving some pieces. Ken Waldichuk's not going anywhere. Waldichuk. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Not much if you're Ken Waldichuk, because he will just run into it. It'll hit his head. It's like the beep beep, like the Roadrunner, and then the coyote behind it. Bam. Anyway, Ken Waldichuk, he's a southpaw, 6.38 ERA, 1.77 whip, gives up lots of hard contact, walks dudes. Nothing is good. Nothing is awesome. Nothing is cool when you're part of the team or the Oakland Athletics. Now, I have minus 1.5 written down. I'm very aware that this could open out at minus 2.5 at a lot of books. I'm expecting it kind of it too, because we're talking about Oakland, who could trade away pieces and is just a terrible baseball team in general. But it'll be some hot weather in LA. Dodgers should be equipped for this one. It's this is a cake puff little series for them. They should be able to run rampant. And yes, Lance Lynn, range of outcomes wide, but if I package the strikeouts with it, we're looking at a good spot. So I think you want to double dip and just say, hey, Lance Lynn, he's one of those guys who could routinely pitch deep into games when everything's going correctly. And now, if the Dodgers can key in on what they need to change up for him, how about we just invest now on a guy with a 6.47 ERA, 1.46 whip, and just say, you know what? Let's beat him to market. Let's go Lance Lynn up to 8 Ks in addition to the minus 1.5 run line for the time being. I can't imagine that wouldn't get you plus money. Really nice plus money. I think that's a fun way to do it. Think about range of outcomes. Think about how much can I win when I'm right about the new circumstances. I think Lance Lynn's going to surprise some people in Dodger Blue. I want to be early to the party. In addition to minus 1.5, and if it ends up being minus 2.5, I'm so sorry. I'll let you know on Twitter what happens with that number. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays on Tuesday's slate. Gonna be a wild one. Hey, baby, it's a wild world. Da-da-da-da-da. Check out BetMGM, my friends. Also, you'll get those 2 months of Discord insider access, up to $1,000 in bet credits. Again, your first bet. That'll be what you focus on. Up to $1,000 you can place on it. If it wins, you keep the money. If it loses, you get it back in bonus bets at BetMGM, only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. And last thing I'll say, it's the trade deadline. Lots of unexpected news. Treat it very carefully. I'm going to try to be in the premium Discord all day leading up to that deadline, see if we can beat any stale numbers that might show up. It was kind of a wonky one there on Monday. Lots of weird stuff with the Angels, lots of weird stuff. Seattle trading their closer away and trying to figure out what was going on with that pen there. See if I wanted to do anything with the Boston side, but I'm sure there's going to be some unexpected news that shows up. I'm going to do the best I can to apprise you in that premium Discord and also on Twitter/X.com, whatever the heck it is. I think you got to still put Twitter.com in. Thank you to producer Jacob. Good times today, as always. I'll be back for tomorrow. Until then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Tuesday.